Is this Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her? Guizhong is another name of Hagentis, the god of dust. She was extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home. Seagazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table.
Paimon remembers that name.
He was an old friend and a former rival. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably, as Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and his treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration.
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong...
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between... She always sought to make everyone happy. And one must say, it also helped that she never referred to...
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of act, who would dare snub the stove god? Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup? Precisely. So, as you can see, even one as great as Rex Lapis was not immune. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's. Each of those old fossils had their character flaw. We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains. Streetwood Rambler.
Streetwood Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you saying that...
Alas, long has one avoided this place for one should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant... No matter, one will share the whole story with you now. In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's Obscuro Vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetwood Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetwood Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Quaily Plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing.
What? You have loads of friends!
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless. Back when they were rivals, they would often... That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's
Wait! That's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pet? And she also said something about being a vain...
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot. That bell has a sad history. Clearly she... As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that, after all, we all have known each other for several...
Whoa! So they were talking and...
Enough of your intrusions. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect, but Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing fur. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the mean... Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhong, music would go from morn. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investing.
But if she was so happy with the melody...
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing, in response, though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it...
Aww, poor Madame...
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, although I met Guizhong a few times,
Guizhong was quite the visionary. Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too... As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was... Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too...
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is that...
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer...
Oh? How's...
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many fair... But this doesn't bring the city or its peak... Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come... Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, no loss can ever be undone. But Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others, though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit. Life goes on.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to... When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like...
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with...
Is not every lantern rite the same in this regard?
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before.
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back... Say, if we planted flowers there and
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What? Cloud Retainer?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything?
Said what, precisely? And what?
Cuz you're the one who's known Madam Ping the
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Huh? All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived. It appears...
Who's she?
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look...
I'll be...
There is no... After all, Lantern Rite's very although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today.
So, how...
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them. And a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone...
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own what...
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember...
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be...
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of... When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor...
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest work.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of...
Oh, yeah! We've been dying to ask. Well, also, with you being such a music expert...
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither, and whenever I play that tune, there was a period of time whenever I started strumming. It almost felt like she was, no matter how much time goes by.
So the past...
Oh, I would be lying to myself, but that is not to say that grief, despite the sadness, I have found many things. Just look at this potted plant.
It takes an honest and open mind to...
Be that as it may.
Well, if you...
Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something...
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No, everyone's just here to give me their regards for the
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, in that case...
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered. I will leave Mr.
Huh?
It seems Ganyu's...
What a pity. She has learned nothing.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup...
Gladly. This was once...
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regard.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think as for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Wow, that'd be good.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news. Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too! Thanks for help.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak...
Are you serious? I see. So the melody my ancestor heard, that certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now...
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normal, but Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her,
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly.
I think that can wait until after the concert, though.
Ah, speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you... Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her youth...
Wait, are you serious? Huh. Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling him everything before we set off on our search with...
Please, share your insights with me.
Well, we found out that music can be, it can make people happy and move. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's...
It sounds like you had an eventful trip.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our effort. Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Zhangli said he wasn't in a hurry, so... Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our... Ugh. Anyway...
Swan Fury!
The wind rises.
Da 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 da. Da da da. Oh.
All right, let's take a break here.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor?
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect...
Invisible...
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all. There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Shinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore! Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along. But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this'll be safe?
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and...
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this, as well as being a true connoisseur.
Yeah, that's right. To tell the truth, though,
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng funeral parlor...
I can speak to that.
and jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for...
Sure thing.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon, I believe Zhongli with... when you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance. You should join us too. It'll be...
Okay, everyone. I think that's a long enough break.
Ms. Yoon is such a strict mentor. These...
Well, you were desperate to get involved, and this is what it takes. If I gave you half the chance, you'd be sipping...
Hey.
How about... we could always... now I'm hungry.
Behold!
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer! And illuminated bird number 2!
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is...
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious...
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent time.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo
Impeccable timing. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow-cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism... Is that...
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind. She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably...
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking. Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready,
Oh, Zhongli! Hu Tao told us... She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet. When she says performance, she must mean the... As for the banquet, she...
as you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of... As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will... The appearance is exquisite. And the aroma, since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It...
Swan Fury. Search forth.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hutao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping! Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinyuan Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected of the parlor director, always so generous! Come on, let's go!
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli, but I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young...
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here! All we knew was that Hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends! Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform. I heard that the audience loved it too. And she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to
The performance was spectacular indeed. However...
us. Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me luck.
Oh, so that's what you were...
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both my suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the...
Oh, the two of you. Oh!
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the...
Speaking of eating... Oh, Huta was the one who...
Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite, without Guoba helping. As for Huta...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to... Seems like it's almost...
Huh? Huta went to fetch someone in Could it be... Kuching? Ningguang? Or... Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh. I see. So the important guest is the conqueror of demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed...
It's almost lantern right. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh. Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao and received some spices from him. And, see?
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasant. Everyone here today is well known in their own field, and I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler. Great. You two sit
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh, finally, when we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I finally...
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of...
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on egg.
What's your true intent?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat We all worked really hard this year. Whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, and of course, our consultant. Everyone has done some... As the one who brought everyone together,
Sounds kinda self-important, but... Paimon...
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
That does sound.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hoot?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess. Huh? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were. The Adepti vanquished the demons. The Millelith fought. That is how the border between life and death was maintained.
That's right. 1 point for the But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him. You know him pretty well.
This matter is out of my control.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why Besides, it'll only be for.
But I didn't.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with your lucky Quoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food.
Huh? Quoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xiangling...
It sounds like you...
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
Right! Wait, what?
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that thing? That voice. Could it be?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome.
No such need. I'm coming in. You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers. Whoa, these dishes look amazing.
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this.
Venti, you're being too humble, considering your poetic talent.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to... I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody. And it made me...
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder.
Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant. Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise. Shao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior! He doesn't come to the—
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little— There's one I heard a while back that went, The old house, the meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct— I think so too. If I were to give it a go, I'd make an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine. Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it. You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands. Of course. Hey, Shincho. Mind lending me a few books when we get back? I don't know if it's my own lack of literary—
I don't think it—
Changyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is it turned—
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to— As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw the Iridescence tour has finally been held. Don't think anything up. By the way, I was watching as you entered. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceedings. To come together with all of you at the beginning. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a—
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt. You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later—
all of a sudden, they started proposing toasts.
What's with the urgency? Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after—
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
Let's depart. You go ahead.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect.
Did you talk about anything interesting?
Oh, Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to—
Oh, no wonder those ingredients would be difficult for anyone. I guess I'll need his help next time.
About you and... Could he be a partner in your...
That's right. You know how my...
Just...
Following me. Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them, but this time... No. I didn't mean that. So you know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point. The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is his care, and that's something I might never be able to do. No matter. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels... Yes, the parlor director went out of her way with the invitation. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, but I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. But I think he meant the clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. I never saw him wear this during the war.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding.
You're not. What?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring... Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her... To be honest, you looked a little restless just now.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait. There's another reason why I came. Look here. Take...
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that yet. I heard him. I'll be honest. Before Hu Tao invited, so I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. When I told Globa that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no... I'll take them. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feel...
Okay.
Alrighty, we... You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious... Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now,
Oh?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on... Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense. Lighting the incense will signify continuous...
I see. Perfect symbol. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we... is this really the way this works? It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Ooh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere...
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without, Paimon plays an indispensable role in...
You guys! Paimon's not used to being praised like that. Those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends...
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the travel...
Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon. getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Yep, the tea was amazing, too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling. No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spy... Oh, we should We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just... If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectful...
Heaven forbid. Not you two.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named... From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made. But there are multiple sides to humans. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods... But whether to me, this was as true back... Just how Shao may seem, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Zhongli, what you're...
It looks like you understood. The director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't... After that, it'll be time...
Bye, Xiangli! Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively... Like, at least you... No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, Trav. Good that you were aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do?
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate... Okay, I'll... see...